Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please hit the notification bell, subscribe, so that you don't miss out on any future readings. This pivot card is going to be on what people remember about you, okay? Remember again that this is other people's perceptions of you. Doesn't always mean they're right, but we will find out today. And before we get into it, just a few things to note. If there's anything that you like about this video, this reading, if anything resonates, please don't hesitate to give me a like. Hit the thumbs up button. It does help my channel grow. Comment. I love reading your guys' comments. It's the best part about doing this job. And if you are also interested in seeing more videos from me, I do currently have a Patreon account. We have a lot of fun over there. I do different types of readings. I'm not just, into these pick a cards. I do have mediumship abilities, so I definitely do like to kind of try different things, okay? So check out the link for that. It will also be in the description box. So without further ado, let's get into this, starting with pile 1. Okay, so our beautiful jade crystal. Jade, such a beautiful crystal. I'm not really a fan of the color green, but the green on this rock is just unbelievable. We will get to these cards in a bit here, guys. Let's find out what people remember about you. And if you missed the intro to my video, this video, guys, I do currently have a Patreon account. We are growing strong here, 43 members. It's a lot of fun over there. I do offer different types of readings, not just these pick a cards, okay? So if you're interested in seeing more, videos from me, different types of videos, you might want to check it out. So let's just okay, here we go. So, what do people remember about you? This is a very strong energy, I'm not gonna lie. Very strong energy here. I mean, it's a good thing to have, it's definitely good, but this is no wilting willow here, okay? This is a very strong character. I feel like to some degree, people remember, okay, before I start reading the cards, the energy that I've gotten off the cards was that she or he didn't really maybe let me in too much. I was a little intimidated by them, while they were a very cool person. I don't know, it feels like to me a little dry here, but not dry in a bad way. Just kind of, I don't feel depth too much. I feel like a very strong character, but someone who was very serious. It's interesting, and I'm not saying that you're one, okay? But this gives me like Capricorn energy, and I'm not saying that you're a Capricorn. So what I like to do sometimes as a reader is I like to equate what the energy I'm feeling to a particular sign, because all signs really embody certain energies, and if you meet enough of the same person with the same sign, you start to kind of see the similarities. So this feels to me like very Capricorn, where even though Capricorns are great persons, there's just like an aloofness to them. It's like to get them to kind of go deep is kind of difficult sometimes. It feels like that to me. It feels like that very much to me. So I don't know here. Sorry for that interruption. I don't know here kind of. We do have a Queen of Wands here, so I'm not saying that you're completely like just this tough person, but it feels like to me someone who is just very serious about life. So if anybody ever had to remember something about you, it was definitely that person was ambitious. They were very serious about their life. They were a go-getter. Maybe it might not even had too much time for, the person who's remembering you. You just were very busy within your own, life and what you were trying to achieve. I mean, with the Emperor here, this is quite interesting. Because it's a general reading, I'm going to go different ways here. This could literally be them remembering you because of a father that you had that was really strict. Or this could be like a husband that was really strict, or maybe like a dark cloud, okay? Or maybe you had issues with this person. Now, if this is not the person, like another person besides you, this would literally be like an attachment of like another attribute of your personality where you could be a little harsh, okay? So maybe they remember certain things that you said to them, you know, with the Judgment card here, and then especially with the Three of Swords sitting on the other side, this seems to me a little bit like maybe you kind of were very vocal in your words, or maybe you kind of used certain words and it hurt the person, okay? So I'm not saying that you're a mean person or you're a bully or that this person doesn't remember you in a good way, but I think this person probably maybe, or whoever we're talking about, these people, they would have remembered maybe things you said to them. It could have just been maybe like judgments about them, or maybe just how your opinions of things, but you were always very stern with the way that you spoke, okay? It's interesting too, because we have a King of Swords here. So there could be a way about you with the way that you speak that people remember this about you, is that this person had a way with words, you know, and sometimes it was not always that pretty or nice. But you know what this kind of reminds me of is like a person who is very strong in their convictions. So, and also very strong within themselves. So it's like if you're acting like a fool, this person's gonna call you out for it. So this is kind of what I'm saying, is that I don't think anyone was ever able to get anything over on you. This is kind of what it makes me feel like. With the Strength card here, they look at you like a strong woman, okay? And if you're a man watching this, you're a strong man, okay? But I can't deny the fact here with the Queen of Pentacles. This is very strong energy. You know, a Queen of Pentacles is not really going to be too much in her emotions. Now, I'm not saying that you're not a nice person, but definitely it's an energy of, like, you know, your alpha female, like you're one who is really just about business, very stern, okay? So Ace of Swords also is very much about, you know, if we're attributing the Ace of Swords to a personality, it's a person who's really on like a set mission to kind of do whatever. So with the Strength card, it's like they remembered about you that like no matter what got in the way, you never kind of gave up. And I'm not really even getting a person here like who's, you know, coming across like emotionally unstable, or, you know, even if you were to suffer with a depression, it's not like you're telling people. So like they really look at you like a person with their ducks in a row, has their, you know, SHIT together. This is not like your person who's falling apart in front of you, okay? So to some degree, I'm gonna put it out there, you could have been a little idolized, okay? Like when they're remembering you, it's like, I wish I had her spirit or her wits about her, or her chutzpah, something along these lines, okay? With the Queen of Wands as well too, you are like very beautiful, but it's just, again, it's like with all these other cards, it's just like, I feel like it's like the package deal. So when people remember you, they don't really remember too much flaws. It's like she was perfect or he was perfect. But I'm not gonna lie, they could kind of come across sometimes and say it in like a hoity-toity way, where like, yeah, she was so perfect, you know? Her SHIT didn't stink, you know? Something like along the line, because I don't really feel like even with this personality, like you're making mistakes. Or people, I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but I don't think these people are aware of it. Or it's not like you're sharing it, okay? So it's like, I feel like I'm telling you, it's like a very compact personality here where you have it together. You know, you're very, you know, put together. You kind of know how to behave in certain situations. Nobody's really going to catch you in like a hot mess situation. That's kind of what I want to say. Wow, goodness, guys. That was a little bit hard to put into words, but I hope you kind of got where I was going with that. So let's get to these tea leaf cards. So Mountain Road, you are on the road to success. So people always remember, will always remember the fact that maybe, you know, maybe these are people who knew you in your older days, okay, where it was like, yeah, she was on the road to success, you know, she was on the road to success and nothing could stop her. Maybe these are people who knew you in university or school, who knows, okay? But there was always something about your personality that maybe you shared as far as your ambitions. So they were just like, yeah, when they associated their memory with you, it was that, you know, that girl's going places, okay? Look, a goal-oriented person with the target. So yeah, definitely we have a highly ambitious person here. You know, the sky's the limit with you. And you, like I said, you do not seek obstacles. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So you also, when they remember you, you are not willing to budge, okay? Like, this is a strong personality. That's what I'm saying. And even when maybe you're a kid, like if we're talking about people from your past, maybe even when you were a kid, you had this kind of, and like kudos to you, because, you know, a lot of us take a long time to kind of figure it out, but it seems like with you, you might have been like, you know, born with it. So it says here, do not be tempted to lower your standards. This points to, you know, we're talking about you. You never did that. You never did that. And you were always true to yourself. So that's another element here with this pile, is that when people remember you, you were always true to yourself. Like a really born individual, like with a lot of like chutzpah, but was not really willing to be like a follower. So leader right here with pile 1, big time, okay? Crown, honor and respect will come to you. So yeah, you were very respected. It's funny with the crown too, because it makes me feel that same type of energy, like that hoity-toity energy. Like there was something very regal about you, you know, where it wasn't like you were demanding respect, but you were able to get it, okay? Just because of maybe the way that you moved, or, you know, what your aspirations were, or maybe even like what you were achieving. Table, hard work ahead. So I feel like maybe these people associate the fact that you were always working on something. She was very busy is what I'm hearing, you know, and that's why I picked up in the beginning. I don't know if you even had maybe too much time for these people who remember you, but it's not like they hold it against you. So with the table, there was always aspects of you that were busy, okay? And that could even be when you were a kid. Maybe you were in a dozen activities after school, okay? Like, it's funny with this pile because you seem like the child that was like born and bred to like really like succeed. Like it was put upon you, and it was like from your parents, it was like a God-given thing. Like you just knew it. Like you just like, I came in here to like just really crush everything, okay? Let's see what this card says. Remove the limiting labels. Excuse me. Remove the limiting labels you are wearing. So there's degrees and aspects of you when people remember you. This to me very much ties into like what I talked to you about earlier here, where it's like one sees no obstacles. It doesn't matter what your surroundings are, like what you kind of get thrown into, like you're gonna like really crush it. That's what I feel like. So whether you are maybe, you were ever put in situations where, I don't know, maybe you weren't like the right fit. It's like, it didn't matter. You were going to crush it. So this reminds me of, you know, when you have situations where maybe you don't have everything on your side, as far as when you're kind of going into something to achieve it. Like, it's not like everything's on your side. Like it didn't matter to you. So maybe you've even really done some things in life that are really admirable, okay? And that will be tailored person to person. But these people have memories of maybe you being like the first person to do this, or the first person in the family to do this, or I don't know, maybe you don't look the part, but you did this. Like you crushed through every obstacle. And like how beautiful is that? Like how beautiful is this? Like guys, like I think with pile 1, I really want you to let me know if this resonates, because this is like a dope ASS personality. And I'm going to tell you something, like, you know, when you have these kind of attributes in life, you can go really far. I mean, you're probably have already gone far, okay, at this point. I mean, I'm sure everybody's an adult watching this. So it's like, you know, we've taken you through childhood through this reading, but I think like where you're at right now, it's like even still the sky's the limit. So wow, Jade pile, like really to start off like this, with a bang, amazing. So yeah, let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so our beautiful citrine, what is going on with you? What do people remember about you? Oh, you got 2. Okay, we will wait till after to read these. And if you missed my intro, guys, just note, I do have a Patreon account. I do have mediumship abilities. I'm not just a tarot reader. I do different types of readings. I like to kind of, you know, go outside the box with my readings. if you're looking for more from me, you might want to check that out, okay? It's in the description box. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys. Different. She or he was really different, really different. We have a lot of like hermit energy here. So I feel like when people remember you, it's like a person who kind of was like, even though you're interesting and fun, it's like hard to reach though. So you were a little bit odd to them. And I think it's not that you're like weird or anything. It's just that I think that they didn't always understand you. So this kind of comes off to me as a person who may be into different things, not like your mainstream subjects that people are interested in. This could be, you know, we have 2 star cards, so you could literally be like a witch. I don't know. I'm just joking, although you may be. But I'm just saying, like, you could be into spirituality. You know, you could be, you know, I don't know how forthcoming you are with this, but I feel like because of the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups and the Hermit and the 6 of Swords, this is a lot of like disappearing, you know? People didn't really know what to think of you, to make of you. You could have, because of this, you know, you weren't always maybe the most reliable. Like, this is a person who's taking off because, and not for selfish reasons. It looks like you're a person who likes to be alone a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I personally, you know, when you get certain types of people who have like a gift, or maybe they're empathic or something, they really cannot be around people. I'll tell you, I can like, you know, be very social. I can be extremely social. But then after a certain while, especially when I'm in crowds, if I don't leave, I start to get migraines, because what happens is you start to soak up everybody's energy. So you could really be just a very empathic type person where you pick up on energy a lot, okay? But I'm not saying that they are aware of that. So this is kind of, I'm just kind of defending you in a way here. So this could be the reason why maybe you are just always, you know, needing to kind of have your alone time. But I will tell you something, it's respectable. It's respectable. So when people remember you, it's like she always took time out for herself, or he always took time out for himself. And this could be even your person who maybe is like into like the spa, or like really pampering themselves and thinks it's important. But I don't feel like with this personality, you could put them on a schedule. So I feel like there's a little bit of like an unpredictableness about you, but it's not like in a mean way or something, or it's like you're trying to do that, okay? You could also, with the 6 of Swords, they could remember you like you were always off on some sort of like exciting journey. I mean, hell, you could have been the person who's like, yeah, I just booked my trip to Mexico. I'm going tomorrow. And people are like, what? Like, don't you need time to plan for that? And you're like, no, that's just me. Like, maybe you're spontaneous. I don't know. But with the 6 of Swords, this could also be that you're always doing something like exciting, or you're just off on some sort of journey, okay? Another thing I'm picking up with the 2 of Swords here is that you could have had a personality about you that was a little bit, maybe you didn't really like to rock the boat with things. So maybe you were like a type of person who sat on the fence about stuff. Like, I don't think people could get you to say certain things. You know how when you have someone who's like very strong in their convictions about something, and they kind of force other people to kind of say that they agree with their opinion? I don't get that you're kind of that type. Like, you're more just like a, let's sit back, look at this from like an objective view. So I feel like people would label you as indecisive or flaky a bit, like in maybe things you were doing. Maybe even people were just like, you know, every time I invite them somewhere, it's like, okay, we'll see, you know, and then you don't get back to them till the last minute. Like, it kind of feels like that to me with 2 of Swords energy. I think if we're talking about people who remember you, who are not maybe, you know, very close to you, or people who really didn't have an investment in you, these people who think negatively could have maybe said that you were kind of spaced out, or lost in the sauce, or just, you know, I don't get that person. They are weird. I don't know. They just like, I don't know what they're doing half the time. they don't come across like as everybody else. So what do people do when they don't understand people? You know, because they don't understand it, they just label you weird, okay? So I'm picking up even on the people who negatively remember you. But the people who love you, I mean, I feel like even with all of this kind of energy, they still would love you to death. It's like, I love her. I love her. It doesn't matter. You know, I know she's a little bit, you know, she can come across as a little bit of a person who just takes off or maybe doesn't respond to me, you know, drops off the face of the world. We don't know where the hell she is, but, you know, we got to love her, you know, because with the Two of Cups here, this is the, you know, card of friendship here. This is the card of exchanges with others. So people really do like your company. And I think to some degree, with this type of personality, you have maybe a philosophical approach. So they enjoy your thoughts, okay, is what I'm trying to say. Your thoughts could be different. It could go against like mainstream thought, and you add an extra element of, you know, intrigue as far as, you know, in the group, okay? Like your thoughts or how you believe of things, what you believe in, it's interesting. So you're very interesting, absolutely, when it comes to remembering. But with the Death card, it's interesting here too. So I don't know if people know about you that you've suffered a lot of loss in your life. Now, if it's not that you've suffered a lot of loss, and I'm talking about like maybe loved ones, it's that you're always going through some sort of transformation. So I'm telling you, I'm going to bet my bottom dollar that whoever chose this is very spiritual, and maybe you're well aware of what you're going through. And you know, you really kind of detect things within yourself, and you're like, yeah, I got to go away for a bit because I need to work on this. You know, I need to work on this. I need to suss through this, figure this out. So you're always on a journey of improvement, I feel like. But it's self, okay? It's not like we're talking about someone who's just trying to climb the corporate ladder here. This is very much about one's life, one's evolution, one's soul progression here, okay? But you are very interesting, very interesting. There's always something going on. There's always something to talk about. There's always something new. And I feel like you keep people on their toes. But I will say, if people remember you, they will kind of label it more like flighty, or I didn't really ever know what the hell she was up to. You know, she would take off, you know, unstable. People who maybe negatively remember you would call you unstable, but it's not that you're unstable. It's just you always, with this pile, one's soul or one's pathway is above everything else. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And society, unfortunately, has made us feel like that is selfish, okay? But it's not. We didn't come here, you know, here I'm going to go on a rant now. We didn't come here, though, to just become the CEO and pay bills and die. We came here for a soul evolution. So you will actually be a lot more advanced, okay, as far as a soul than other people, the other people that you kind of are around, the ones who are remembering you this way. So in the end, you're winning. You really are. Now let's get to these tea leaf card. Bell, announcement. So I think with the bell, and you know, the fact that it's an announcement, this could be something to the degree, like people always remembered you like announcing something. I don't know what you're talking about, what you're doing. Maybe you kind of like with the announcement, this is what I was talking about, where it's like you're always going somewhere or taking off on something, and it's like, you're exciting, but the announcement could be literally announcements. Like when you tell people, okay, well, I'm taking off here, or, you know, I'm going over here, or I'm going over there. There's lots of announcements. This could be even maybe what you're doing in life. I don't know, but people always remember you as always something going on. She always had something to say, or she was always doing something, okay? Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Wow. So listen, this dog far away card makes me feel like you are really thought of. You stick in people's minds. You're ingrained in people's memories. I mean, I think even people who didn't even know you that well, but maybe kind of worked with you briefly, or maybe went to school with you, you're remembered. And it could be something to do with the energy that you held, or like I said, all the stuff that I just stated, but you are remembered. And I think more than you think, okay? I think you'd be shocked to hear that, but a lot of people think about you. you are a memorable person. You're like up there, you know? I mean, sorry, I don't want to like sound whatever, but like there's a lot of people we just don't remember because there was nothing really, you know, interesting. You were interesting. So when you're interesting, you definitely will be remembered more. I mean, it's just a given fact, okay? So there's a lot of friends that still think of you. A lot of friends, okay? Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So lots of girlfriends here, or whatever, if you're a man, lots of men friends, okay? Lots of friends still think about you. Miss you, I don't know, maybe they lost touch, but they think about you still. So whoa, citrine pile. This kind of just elevated for me a bit here, in the sense of like memorable, like you're very memorable because people from the past who have lost touch are still thinking of you, and your friendships, they really cherish you. They really cherish you. Like I said, you might be a little like, you know, different, or, you know, I don't want to say unstable, unpredictable, whatever, but people love you. They still love you that with all these so-called flaws, okay? I'm not saying they're flaws, but maybe to them they think it's flaws. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. So you are the wind chimes, I feel like. You have a way about you, you know, even though you have these ways about yourself, you're a good time. And, you know, you really love other people. I feel like even this peace and harmony could just even represent the energy that you carry. And I think it's because of all this work you're doing on yourself. This is why you carry this energy, because maybe you're able to detect something within yourself and you just release it when you need to. You're like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little bitter. I need to go into the woods, you know, something along these lines. Okay. So your whole energy brings peace and harmony. I think this is why people like love you and remember, you know, you, and also like even the people who are still in your life, but this is why they want to be around you, is because it's just a good energy, you know, it's a good vibe here all around, okay? Now you are the only pile that got 2 cards. So let's see here. Embrace your inner divine goddess. So there's definitely, you're doing that, okay? And maybe the people that you were around, you know, just were not doing that. But I'll tell you, they were able to see that. They were able to see that within you, that you were doing that. And I'll tell you, as a woman, that is so important. It's so important, you know, taking care of oneself, especially as a woman, the divine feminine, the divine goddess. It's not mainstream. I would say not yet. Okay. So you are doing this ahead of time. This could, like I said, this memory thing, like what people remember about you, this could be even from when you were children. Okay. You always stuck out. You always stuck out. Very beautiful personality, not just looks, okay? We're not talking about looks here, but very beautiful essence, you know, with this pile. It's just like she was so beautiful. Like her energy was beautiful. What she talked about was beautiful. The way that she took care of herself, the way she wanted to always improve herself. It's just a really beautiful person. And I'm telling you, we have a lot of friendship cards here. So I think you were really like sought after, or people really remember you as being a great friend, because, you know, when you have this kind of energy as well, you probably can help people, really can, okay? Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. So I think there's elements of you when they remember you, you were willing to kind of go against the grain. You were willing to try something new, put yourself into something new. She's also has her eyes closed. She looks like she's just, I don't know, meditating. You could have been maybe the first in your friend group to start with this whole thing, you know, of meditation and working on oneself. And that would be something that you know, come out of your comfort zone to do, because, you know, we're not taught that, you know, when we're kids, let's just be real. So I think you were like a self-initiator with this, and you stuck out in your friend group with this. Okay. So this is wonderful, guys. This is really wonderful with the citrine. This feels like really nice to me. Okay. Like I would love a friend like this. Okay. And I wouldn't be mad if you took off on me for 2 weeks. Okay. I really am not that type of person. You could like not text me for 2 weeks and I don't care. So, you know, when I see someone who's contributing this much energy to themselves and their growth, I mean, this is commendable. So it's no wonder, you know, you're so memorable. No wonder. So the citrine pile, beautiful. Let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Okay. So our beautiful rose quartz. Beautiful rose quartz. Let's see what's so memorable about you. What do people remember? We will get to these cards in a bit. If you missed my intro, guys, I do have a Patreon account. We are growing strong at 43 members. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun over there. I do have mediumship abilities. I'm not just a reader. So I definitely like to dabble in different types of readings. If you're interested, check it out. It's in the description box. Okay, so this is a very unique and dynamic personality, but you know what's sticking out to me the most right now is that Devil card. So I know we're here to talk about what people will remember about you, but I think what they remember about you is how obsessed they were, okay, right away. And I'm talking about even if this is friendship, okay? Guys, this can really happen. You know, I don't know why everybody is kind of scared to say it. It's not like it's a sexual thing, but, you know, women can look at other women and be like, wow, I want her as my best friend. And it's like, they want it badly, you know. It's not even like they're trying to like hurt the person or do anything sexual with the person. So I think with the Devil card here, they remember how like attracted they were to kind of you, okay? And you know, when they met you, you know, this could literally be your person who was that girl maybe in high school who everybody just kind of wanted to be with or be, you know, be like. Or this could just be someone who's carrying a dope ass energy and you just are attracting, you know, people like without really maybe even saying much. It's like an energy, okay? Temperance too is like an energy as well. Absolutely. There's a calmness to your energy. This could be why. There's actually a feeling within your energy that is not needy and it's attached. And if you've been with me for a while, I always talk to you about the detached people. The detached people get everything. And that's including, you know, people who want to be around them because they carry this energy. Okay. So you're very interesting in that respect as far as energy, but like there's so much more. So let's just go slowly here. So with the Nine of Pentacles, you could be, you know, a very, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles, she's a great girl, like just in the sense of her value. She's making all her own money on her own terms. There could be something that people remember about you where it's like you were a self-starter or you went after your dreams, or there's something about you where it's like, you know, really independent woman, like never asked anybody for anything. You know, you could be even that woman who is just, you know, I'm not depending on any man here, you know, I'm just going to make my own life, you know. Very Nine of Pentacles always makes me feel like that, like a woman who is just, or a man who's just really about creating their life, okay? Really creating their life, going out on the limb. It's like creating the life on their terms. So this can even point to like your person who's starting their own business or wants to kind of make their own money on their terms. So what do I mean by that? Like not waking up in the morning, making someone else's dream come true, okay? Now, interesting with the Page of Wands. Like, I love this because what people remember about you is your style. Sorry, but the guy on this card, he is like sticking out to me like crazy on this card. Like, look at this man's style. Look at his style. I mean, seriously, like who dresses like this in that times, okay? He's got a cane with him, which he doesn't need because he has a limp. No, he's doing that for style. He has like a shawl, a really cool looking hat, some tights on, and some fly ass boots, okay? So there's something very much going on here with your style, how you kind of present yourself. It's unique. And it reminds me of, and I'm not saying that you're one, but it reminds me of Aquarius energy. And I'm not saying that you're one. So what I like to do sometimes if you're new here, I like to equate the energy I feel with certain things to certain zodiac signs, okay? Because zodiac signs can carry an energy of themselves. And Aquarius is very like different, you know, like they're very different. And any Aquarius I've met, and I've met like 70-year-old Aquarius people, okay? And they're still like banging with the freaking like their wardrobe, their style. It's like they always have this different look, you know, and they're very inventive and they're very creative. So there could have been something here as far as remembering you where it's like this person always had on some fly ass, you know, like, you know, get up, or maybe like they were like maybe like just throwing things together that didn't even make any sense, but it came out good. But there's something very much with the style here, okay? Very much with the style here. It's like a trendsetter. Now let's move into here. So we have a 5 of Wands here. This could be what they remember about you is that you were a little diabolical, in the sense where it's like, it's not that you're really diabolical, it's just that they can't say anything they want to you, okay? So you were very, strong on your convictions. This could even be maybe if you saw something, you were just like, oh, hells no, and you got involved. Like you were very strong in what was right and what was wrong, according to you, okay? So this could even be a personality where people remember that they couldn't just like say whatever they wanted to you. They had to carefully think of it. Or this is not a pushover, okay, is what I'm saying. So it's like those people said something to you, you were gonna like be like, excuse me? And then you would say something back. So they could have remembered maybe the fights they've had with you, but it doesn't mean that they didn't love you, okay? Everybody has fights with people that they remember, okay? It's not like it's just smooth sailing with every relationship. But I think when people remember you, they remember also the fights that they had. And they might even be laughing at these fights, okay? They might not even be that serious. Now we have the Empress card here. So this could point to two things, and I'm going to talk about it because it's a general reading, okay? So there could be a few of you out there that people remember. What they will remember about you is that your mom was really, a factor in your life, whether she was important to you or that she was just maybe not around, or she was a source of a lot of pain, but she's here. Now, if it's not your mother, what they remember about you is your beauty, okay? Very beautiful person. It's interesting here because it's like we have a Knight of Cups here. So I feel like when they remember you, it's like a lot of people wanted her. A lot of people were attracted to her. She always got the offers. Guys always like thought she was hot. They liked her. They wanted at her. Something along those lines, okay? Very beautiful person. Now with the Magician card, this could talk about the fact that maybe they remember the fact that you were just, like a jack of all trades, or maybe you were very, very, very influencing. You could have maybe even a personality about you that was, could get whatever you wanted. Maybe you had like that kind of, mouth on you where it's like you could get anything you wanted, Magician is very much like that player type, but not like, I hate that player word. So I'm trying to, find a different word for this, but it's not like a player, but it's a person who really can get whatever they want or knows how to like maybe magician the F out of a situation. Do you get where I'm going here? Get whatever they want through, and I'm not trying to say like, bad behavior or manipulation. It's not like that. It's just, they remember how good you were with getting whatever you wanted, okay? That something along those lines. Now, this is beautiful because we have Page of Cups. So very, very thoughtful person when they're remembering you. Like this person always maybe, wrote me really nice messages, or they sent me those memes. They cared about me, like maybe what I was going through. This is Page of Cups. So this is very much like sending even the messages of love. So this could be even a person who's just really nice through some sort of type of communication. So, I'll always teach you tarot through my cards, okay? But, through my readings. So this is kind of how they remember you, is that she always had something nice to say to me, She picked me up maybe even too, through whatever, my depression, how I felt in life, send me those memes of encouragement and positivity. And how appropriate is that with the rose quartz? How appropriate is that? That would totally line up with rose quartz energy. You really are a sweet person, and they remember you very fondly, very fondly. And I think if people don't really know you right now, or they've lost touch with you, they would give anything to kind of maybe find you again. There's a lot of people who remember you. I'm telling you, especially with this Devil card. There's people who probably still think about you, and maybe you even pick up on that sometimes, okay? Now let's get to these other cards here, the tea leaf cards. Dog barking, advice from a friend. So you always gave great advice. You were always there for people. That's what I feel like. I really do. I think when you had friends, or if these people are in the past, or if you still have them now, your friendships mean a lot to you. And if you say you care about somebody or you call yourself a friend to somebody, it's like you wouldn't hesitate to give them your advice or be there in a hot minute for them, okay? So people remember your advice. They could probably still remember things you've said to them, maybe even quotes, I don't know, but they remember your words, absolutely. Great, what does it say? Getting together with friends. So they also remember to the friendship that they had with you, the good times. This could be like high school people that you've lost touch with, how much fun you were, how, you know, that you guys used to hang out, just even maybe doing nothing. It was so much fun. Wow, guys, grapes, time to go out and have fun. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. So with the grapes here, I feel like you were always that friend maybe, or that person who was just like, come on, let's just get dolled up and go out, or let's just, you know, forget this and just have fun. You know, you were always that person who just wanted to have fun, you know? And I feel like these people really appreciated this about you. Maybe they weren't like that, or maybe you were doing this when they were not in a good place and you helped them to change their mood or get out of certain situations because of that. That's really wonderful, you know, to have that about you. I'm going to be honest, through this reading, I have this, okay? And people used to love this about me in high school. They used to love how when they would come around me, I would just kind of change or shift their whole mood, and they would end up feeling better like leaving than when they came, okay? So lightning, control your anger or you'll be sorry. So I think they remember your anger too as well, just like I said with the 5 of Wands. So you had, you know, you were spicy, and, you know, you did not care about, you know, giving it, you know, like you want to dish it. Okay, well, you're going to have to take it. So this is a bit of like a hot and cold personality where even though you have the sentiments about you, no one can really, you know, try anything with you. You know, it's, again, I'm resonating with this. So it's like, you know, I don't usually start things, but if you're coming for me, you know, well, we can go there, you know, same kind of thing here. So this is good. This just really points to the fact that you had a lot of bravado about you, a lot of chutzpah, and you know, you want to have that. You really do want to have that. I mean, come on, who wants to be a pushover, you know, really? Oh, wow. Unleash your inner child and get up and dance. So again, that fun person, I mean, look at her. Look at her. She's a fun chick. Doesn't she look like a fun chick to you? And she actually looks like an Aquarius girl to me. Again, not that you're Aquarius, but she looks Aquarius to me. Just because of the pink hair and like this shirt is so Aquarius to me. You know, just a fun vibe, you know. I'm telling you, if there's friendships that you had that you lost track with, these people would give anything to kind of have you back in their life just because of how fun you were. So you weren't afraid. I feel like also when they think about you, you were also not afraid to kind of get up and dance. It didn't matter where you were. I mean, I don't think there's any inhibitions with this pile. So you could have been really free with yourself. You could even be that person who maybe was in Cancun up on like, you know, dancing on the bar. It's like, you didn't care. You didn't care what people thought. Oh, okay. So that's another thing. They remember you as not caring what people thought. You really didn't care. There was no hangups about your life. There was no embarrassment. It was just about you being you in this life. And this was a lot for them to look up to, okay? I think a lot of them still remember this. They kind of maybe even use you like, let's say your name is Nancy. It's like maybe when they're going through life, they're like, what would Nancy do? Nancy wouldn't care. You know, so I feel like there's something here, which is cute with this, where it points to this because she looks so free on this card. Doesn't she look free? So they remember how free you were with yourself. And I think because you were like this, you used to attract a lot in. You know, when you have no hangups and you have no holds bar, you actually attract a lot of energy in with that as well, because people are always attracted to this more than maybe a closed off person. It's just the way human nature is. So they remember you fondly. This was like amazing, rose quartz. I mean, I feel like at this point, I mean, we still have to go to pile 4, but this was the pile to pick, guys. So congrats. Let me know what you guys thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, last but not least, our beautiful amethyst. Let's see what people remember about you. Now, guys, if you missed my intro, I do have a Patreon account. I do have mediumship abilities. I like to test the waters with different types of readings. So, you know, if you're looking for more from me, you might want to check that out. The link in the description box is there to it. Okay, so whoa. Okay, let me just wait till I pull these other ones. Well, there's a lot here. Spitfire. We've got a Spitfire here. With the Tower being right in the middle, we have a personality here who is just, I don't want to say diabolical. I really don't, but it's a Spitfire of a personality. And, you know, you could be, people could remember you as always going through something. This could be like a very heavy life here. I mean, we have two 10 of Cups. So as you can see, there's two decks here. When we have two of the same card, we need to look at that. So you could always be dealing with, you know, SHIT through the family. Your family could be very prevalent in your life. I'm just reading this different ways because, you know, this is a general reading, okay? So there could be a lot of maybe drama in the family, or maybe they know your source of unhappiness is from the family. I don't know what the family card is doing here. This could just, you know, like if you are watching this, because this is a general reading, just tailor it to your own situation. But there's a lot of action here with the family. I can't deny it, okay? Now, what people remember you as well is like, could be very argumentative person, okay? In their eyes. Now, I'm not saying that you are one. Maybe they're just saying really foul things and you're just sticking up for yourself. But to them, they look at you as argumentative. So maybe they look at you and remember that they didn't like that. Like there's something about your personality that maybe makes them feel like they had to always be on edge or walk on eggshells to some degree. I can't deny the fact that we have a ton of cards here that point to a good time though. You're fun with the Three of Cups, the Sun card, the Four of Wands. You're fun. You really are fun. You're a fun person, but at the same time, this is not a pushover. So, you know, very spicy, a lot of tenacity. You could even maybe give up that type of energy just when people don't even know you that well. Maybe the way that you speak. People look at stuff like that, you know, cues and all that are very prevalent. I mean, with me, sometimes when I'm just talking regularly, people think, you know, certain things about me, like I'm just very strong or, you know, I could be combative. No, it's not that. It's a bunch of things, okay? The way you're raised, it's maybe I'm European, like this is the way we talk. It doesn't really mean things. So I feel like with this one, I'm saying all that to say that you could have been remembered, yes, but I feel like remembered not accurately. There's a lot of like confusion here. I feel like on how people remember you. I don't think it's accurate descriptions, but it's like, who cares at the same time? Like, I don't think you really care. So that's good. But let's just keep going here. With the Fool card here, you could always been that person who was just venturing off onto something new. Maybe you had a lot of ideas. Maybe you were very creative and you were just like, oh yeah, I'm going to try this. Oh yeah, I'm going to try that. Like there's no inhibition with failing here, which is wonderful because, I mean, those are the personalities that we look up to. Are they not? I mean, people who are scared to try things new, I mean, that's just, you know, like you got to release that somehow, okay? So very daring, very spicy type of a personality here. Maybe people feel like even though they like you, they feel kind of in a way like they remembered being like nervous around you as well because you were very strong, maybe even stronger than these people who remember you, okay? But at the same time, they just can't get enough. So at the same time, it's very alluring, but then there's elements of them being nervous too. So it's very much like a hot and cold here, okay? Now with the Eight of Swords here, I think these people remember you as maybe having a very difficult life. Maybe you told them about it. Maybe they knew about it. Maybe they were living through it with you. I mean, this could literally, when we talk about how people remember you, this could be anybody, even the family. So I think that people remembered you as maybe like labeling you as like a tortured soul or someone who had to face a lot of pain or grief, and life wasn't so nice to you, okay? There's something here along those lines. They could maybe have even said to you, oh yeah, I remember her. She used to be so depressed all the time, you know? She was always depressed about this and that, or sad about this and that. With the Eight of Cups here, I feel like there's a lot of disappearing sometimes as well too, where these people don't know where you are. This could, you know, point to the fact that maybe you just like to spend a lot of time alone, or maybe you were like unpredictable in your actions, which is nothing's wrong with that. You know, I don't really understand the whole keeping tabs on people thing. So there could be something about you where when they remember you, it was like, maybe there was a period of time that they didn't talk to you, or they didn't know where you were at, okay? And that was kind of like interesting to them. With the Page of Pentacles here, I feel like, maybe you had a lot of aspirations, maybe you had a lot of dreams, maybe you were always chasing money in some way, but not chasing in a bad way, just you had a lot of dreams, okay? And you were willing to kind of like maybe do different things in order to get it, and not just like your mainstream way of it with a 9 to 5. Maybe you were willing to kind of branch out and start something different, you know, maybe like a home-based business or something where it's on your terms, but they always knew that, you know, maybe you had dreams, or making money was something that you wanted to do. Like it was always on your mind. Maybe you were sharing these thoughts and ideas, but I feel like they're not conventional to me for some reason. Now, with the Sun card, you know, you're a very funny person. I think humor a lot of the times has a lot of the, had a lot of the reason why people like to be around you so much. We have the Three of Cups here. You're fun. I mean, you're a person who you want to take to the club, you know, you want to get drunk with. You know, I think with the Sun card here too, there's something about your energy too. So even though I said that people thought that you were depressed or whatever, it's not like you were taking it everywhere. So I feel like when, you know, people were having a get together, or, you know, they would think of you, I would want her there with me, you know, I would want her there, you know, so it's not like totally bad here. I don't want you to take what I'm saying as bad. And you have to also remember too, that when people remember us, it's not always accurate descriptions, okay, of who we really are. But I feel like with this one, it's a little hot and cold. So they love you, but they also know that you come with, I feel like, a lot of things, which is like maybe, you know, talking about maybe your family, or your family is a big part of your life. So it's like they might not ever see you because the family needs you so much. With a Tower card here, you're up and down. Maybe it's not like a stable presence where, you know, the person is just always happy all the time. Maybe they're like also having like highs and lows. So this could equate to the fact that they felt like you came with a lot of baggage, okay? And don't take that in the wrong way. Please do not. Let's just be open here. You know, like I said, people's perceptions of us are their own perceptions. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, but I think to some degree they feel like there's a heaviness here. And even as a reader, when I'm reading this, I'm struggling to breathe. So I feel like there's a baggage here. Like they feel like if they're your friend, you come with a lot, okay? You come with a lot. And I'm not saying that you need to be taken care of or anything like that. It's just, it's not light and fluffy, it's deep. So you could be a deep person. You could be a person who is like, okay, well, we're friends, so why wouldn't I share this stuff? But these people feel like it's a lot, okay? Now, let's get to these other cards. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. So we have the eye that's crying here. So people remember you, like I said, as having a very tough life, okay? You've maybe suffered a lot of loss, I don't know. But they remember you as a sad person, like maybe crying a lot, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? We don't need to, like, you know, take it in a different way. Some people remember us like that. I've had friends at certain points in my life where when they came in, I wasn't doing too well, and they would probably remember me like this as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. Four-leaf clover, good, great good fortune. So I think there's elements of you that they felt like, no matter even if you suffered this great personal sorrow, you were always able to have good fortune, as in, you know, make it out. Maybe, you know, you always found a way to make it. There was always something, like some divine thing that came in, you know, when you really needed it. So they looked at you as someone who's lucky. I mean, they could be even thinking maybe you always won things. I don't know. You know, maybe you guys used to go to bingo and you would always win. Something along these lines, okay? Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So I think there's a little bit of, you know, with the wheel here, there's a little bit of like what I said here. Your life is kind of up and down, and they're watching this, or they were seeing this, and it was like you were never maybe able to catch a break. There was always something happening, okay? So this is a life full of sorrow. I mean, you could maybe even be a person who's always dealt with depression. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? A lot of people deal with that. It's not like it's some bad thing. So maybe they're aware that you know, that depression always kind of was lingering in the background when it came to you. So even if you were doing really well, that depression would always kind of rear its head, and then maybe you would need them. Who knows, okay? You are highly thought of. So regardless of what I said here, you're highly thought of. They loved you. These people loved you. They remember you in a fond way. Regardless of all of this, I think to some degree, they actually felt sorry that they didn't think you deserved this, what you would go through in life, you know? You never deserved this. Why her? You know, why did she have to deal with all of this? So I think they thought so highly of you that they would also think that you didn't deserve like what was going on, you know, whatever downfalls or whatever sad things that happened or the lows, whatever, you didn't deserve it. So that's a great actual card in this reading. We needed this in this reading, I feel like, because I was struggling a little bit to kind of express myself, because people can view us like that as well. Like, we don't deserve these things, okay? So you were fondly thought of, okay, regardless of what I said. Today holds unlimited possibilities Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. So I think people always remember you as a really positive person, regardless of what you went through. Like, you were always willing to pick yourself up after every fall and carry on. You had a strength about you that was pretty interesting and pretty cool. I think these people, when they remember you, they probably look at themselves and say, I don't know if I could have got through what she got through. So there's a lot of respect, okay? There's a lot of respect with this pile, and I really hope that whoever picked this amethyst did not give up halfway through the raid and was able to get to this part where I'm saying these people had a lot of respect for you, because I think if they had went through what you went through, they would not have made it, okay? So very highly respected, and the fact that you were able to see so much positivity still in the world, because she's looking at the positivity, she's looking at the world with what you went through, was actually mind-boggling to them. So very thought of very highly here, okay? So amethyst pile, wow, very deep, guys, very deep. Let me know what you thought, guys, and thank you so much for watching.